I keep getting a blur on the camera. I don't know why that is. I have to look up the instructions. But I like the room. I like the city. It's the heart of Galicia, and it's very much a East European city. They say like Prague. The architecture is grander and but smaller. Kiev is more massive, whereas Lviv is more downscale European, but still very old and crumbly and highly decorated with sculptures and rondels, and every place has a little bit of something going for it in that regard. So very beautiful place, probably more beautiful than Kiev in the sense of being a manageable city, but also it only really operates in the downtown area. As you get further out, the oldness disappears or becomes more shabby. Everybody seems to be downtown every night. A lot of kids, mainly the younger people. The entertainment venues are down here, and that tends to draw a crowd. Mainly the Opera House, which is really the centerpiece of the whole downtown. Everything sort of flows from the Opera House, and the Opera House sits at one end of a long grassy mall, and actually the George Hotel is right at the other end of that mall. So as you can see, they've tried everything to make this place grand. I mean, look at that drapery. They've got a bunch of old babushkas here that fuss about in the hallways, and I'm sure that's their handiwork. No toilet, it's down the hall. No bathroom, no shower, that's down the hall too. I actually took a shower this morning when I got in from the train. The train was rather dull. I had to share a compartment with one short Ukrainian guy who didn't speak. It seemed in constant distress. So he slept all day, and that was all night, and that was fine with me. And then he got off earlier than I did, so I had the last hour of the trip with the room all to myself. I was pretty anxious this morning. I didn't know what was going to happen, but it turned out for the best so far. I'm probably going to go out and walk around one more time and then call it a night. Then tomorrow I want to get some of the more outlying historic sites. I bought some maps and books right here that sort of make sure I don't miss any of the high points. And then I'm actually going to be able to walk back to the train station because I've got so many maps now that I'll be able to find it for sure, whereas I basically followed the traffic into this morning. I didn't know. I just kept going to the most populated area and ended up downtown. So, but yeah, downtown Lviv is a happening place, and I'm not so sure that it extends much further than, say, a 10-block area, but it's still down there, and there's still thousands of people. That's that Ukrainian embroidery I bought at the Rhinook, or whatever they call it, the market. I made an old lady's day with that one, I think. And it's hand sewn, and I'm going to use it as a sort of a tablecloth for my East European books. I only took a partial toiletry kit and forgot to shampoo, unfortunately. So I've been shampooing my hair with soap, and I've actually got an apartment in Kiev that is empty, so I'm paying for 2 apartments. This one was $40. This was dirt cheap. This place was a bargain, and probably should be noted by people who want to look for a place to stay at a reasonable price. It's a very beautiful hotel. I've got pictures of the exterior. I may actually photograph the staircase going down tomorrow morning just to show what it's like. I would definitely stay here again. It's quiet as a tomb in here. And the little receptionist spoke English, although I started speaking Russian to her, and we started speaking Russian until she got to a hard part, and I sort of blanked out, and then she started speaking English, and I asked her in Russian if she speaks English. She said yes. I said, well, let's start speaking English then. And I managed to get out about 3 good sentences at the right beginning to give her the impression that I was able to speak Russian. And she said, "Oh, you speak Russian well." And I said, "Well, I said just tourist Russian." So that was kind of interesting. Nobody else here speaks English, so you're just pretty much at a loss when you're out there in the city. So tomorrow morning and afternoon in Lviv, and the overnight train back to Kiev, and then a final weekend in Kiev, where I hope to be doing some picture snapping. I took a lot of photos here in Lviv today. I mean, I got a real good sense of it, and a good amount of video too. So that's the story from Lviv.